Guys, this is going to be a little bit different video. For some of you, I know I've got some teacher friends out there. I know I have to. I wondered, have you ever thought about working from home? Let's be honest for a second. Working from home sounds like a dream until you're actually working from home, especially as an online teacher, because people imagine something very different than reality. They picture soft morning light, cute coffee mug, perfectly organized desk, calm, peaceful productivity. Meanwhile, my reality is that the Wi Fi is acting like it has an emotional problem. The dogs are barking at absolutely nothing. My grandson runs in on my lessons half the time and says, "Hey, kids." Someone decides to mow their lawn at the exact moment that I hit start class. And I whisper, yelling, "Why is my microphone not working?" There's this little strange myth about working from home. People think, "Oh, you're so lucky. Oh, that must be so nice. Oh, you get to stay home all day." Stay home? Yes. Relax? No. Because teaching online is like juggling while also being tech support, while also being a motivational speaker, while also pretending that you are completely calm when your screen freezes mid sentence, your recordings don't work, or someone can't find their microphone button to mute. Here's what nobody else talks about: the mental load of being an online teacher is exhausting. And being a teacher in person is exhausting as well. I know because I did it for 19 years. Um, but when I'm online with my students, I'm watching the chat, watching their faces, watching the connection issues, watching my slides, watching my own energy to make sure that it's working and that the kids can't tell that I'm stressed out all at the same time. And somehow still trying to sound cheerful, like, "Good morning, everyone." Even if your coffee is cold, your lesson plan needs adjusting, and your computer just asked for an update you absolutely do not have time for. And then there's the isolation of it, which is funny because technically you're talking all day long, but it's totally different. There's no hallway chatter, no classroom buzz, no casual human interactions, no moments just to catch up. It's just you and a screen full of tiny little rectangles. Some cameras on, some cameras off, some frozen faces that look mildly concerned forever. Nobody really talks about that side. People don't always realize that online teaching is still deeply emotional work because you're not just delivering content, you're encouraging, you're calming the anxieties that they're having, you're keeping their attention, you're sensing their moods just in their facial expressions. You notice when someone seems off and you celebrate when someone finally gets it. Care, even though through a screen, especially through a screen. Let's talk about the chaos moments. Because if you work from home, you know the doorbell's ringing unexpectedly, background noises, the pets start making guest appearances, children suddenly needing something right now, and that universal online teacher experience, forgetting your camera is on, standing up and realizing, oh no, everyone just saw your pajama pants. There is a boundary problem too. Another sneaky challenge. Boundaries disappear. Work is always there. Your classroom is your house. Your desk is always visible. Your laptop is always waiting. There is no clear, "I've left work." It's more like, "I've moved from the teaching spot to the sitting spot while still thinking about work." And like myself, I am actually doing podcasting and I'm creating content for TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And so I even sit at my desk after the fact. I get logged in the morning by like 6 a.m. and my work doesn't start until 8 a.m. And then I'm still working on things after 4 p.m. whenever I get off of work. Let's not pretend though that it's all stress because there are beautiful things too. There is the flexibility. There's being home. There's the quiet joy of teaching from your own space. There's the fact that I get to wear sweatshirts and sweatpants and no shoes all day long. I keep a heated blanket on my lap. I have a mini fridge, frankly, because if I walk downstairs, my grandson is going to want to come upstairs with me. But those things are important. And there's also that moment. When a student connects with you over something, or they connect the idea that you're teaching, you still have that light bulb moment that you have when you're in person. I have learned, I'm super fortunate. I think that I have always been really good at building relationships with my students. And while it took a little longer to build that relationship across a screen, I've still been able to build that relationship. I think it's adorable when I hold an extra like help session, and it's supposed to be for kids who are behind on work, who I need to test, who I need to progress monitor, things like that. But I have kids that are like, "Can I come? I don't have anything to do, but can I come?" And I'll put them at a table and they can talk to each other, and then I'll pop in their table and we can all talk to each other, and they just really like that social interaction because we do need that social interaction even though we're virtually teaching. You still have an impact when you teach from home. When you work with students all day long, you still have that connection. That connection happens. And it is honestly, you get to see them in their own environment too. So that's something that's a little bit more special. Working from home as an online educator requires something that people don't always see, though: self discipline, emotional energy, adaptability, patience, so much patience, because every single day includes something unexpected, something that's not going to work. The technology's not going to work. The internet goes out, they lose power. Our whole system that we use is just, deciding that it's going to take the day off. But we show up, we log in, and we teach. We encourage those students, and we try again. And we try to pivot when something goes wrong. That is constantly my class is always changing. Something is always, "Oh, that's not working. Let's switch to the next thing." If you're an online teacher watching this, I just want to say something to you. What you do is real work. Even if you're sitting at home, even if no one sees the effort behind the screens, even if it looks easy from the outside, it's not just teaching. It's technology, it's psychology, it's performance, it's care, and you are doing something that requires far more resilience than most people realize. Working from home isn't working less. Teaching online isn't teaching easier. It's simply doing meaningful work in a completely different kind of classroom. And honestly, that deserves a little more credit. So if you work from home or if you're considering working from home as a teacher, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. This is my first year. So I just started this year. This is my 20th year in education. And short of COVID, this is the first time that I've done virtual teaching, and I absolutely love it. It definitely has its struggles, but I often say a bad day in the school I'm in now beats a good day in brick and mortar. Bye, guys.